Good evening, everyone. This is Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust Latur MS India organizing daily international webinar series. This series covers the topics related to education, health, law, technology, environment. Every topic is accepted here, and every day speakers are joining and they are delivering their topics as per their expertise, field of interest, and research. Every day we are enriching in the knowledge through this webinar delivered by various speakers joined from India and abroad. This series is running from last 5 years and recognized as a woman empowerment series because mostly joining speakers are women resource persons. We have recognized this series recognized under India Book of Record, Asia Book of Record, and International Book of Records. Today, we have invited Mansi Soni ma'am, who is Assistant Professor, prestigious Institute of Management and Research, Gwalior. She is Assistant Professor, Advocate, and PhD Scholar in Law. Being a field of law, she has chosen the topic Role of Law in the Digital Personal Data Privacy. Nowadays, we are creating our digital footprints while reaching to any app or any internet related activity. At the time, the problem of data privacy arises. At this time, what is the role of law in this digital personal in case of data privacy? She will explain in her topic. I welcome you, ma'am, from the organization and from all the participants, those who are joined here. I also welcome all the participants, those who are joined here. Being a law professor, she is invited through various institutes related to law topics. I welcome you again, ma'am, and I
Thank you so
request you,
much,
you
sir.
can start your speech now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the warm welcome. So, I am Mansi Soni. Today, I'll be talking about and on the topic of the role of law in personal digital data privacy. So, as we know, we live in an era where we no longer needed to stand in a lengthy queues in the banks, in the hospitals, or for the shopping malls, right? So, that is the that is basically we approach the approach for the services through online also. So if, with the evolution of internet and its extension in accessibility, we are seeing a new world where communication, accessibility, sharing of information and transparencies are better. But as it is said that there is some advantages for every good, if we are sharing our personal data, for example, if we are sharing our phone numbers, our email IDs, or our addresses, for example, if okay, let's say for example, if I'm just surfing anything on the shopping platforms, online shopping platforms, and I am sharing my contact number, my email ID, my home address. So this is my personal data. This is very sensitive data, and which can be used as in a wrongful manner also. So privacy is a key element of human life at all times. But as more the data is digitized and more information is communicated online, but more importance is attached to the data privacy. Data privacy basically refers to know how to manage data based on its perceived significance. Over the past few years, the quantity of information produced by the use of multiple electronic devices, multiple electronic instruments, or the apps has increased substantially. By evaluating the large information, today's companies derive a significant value, and after determining their business strategies based on such assessments, the focus on protecting individual rights while allowing responsible data driven innovation. It emphasizes consent based data processing, clear disclosure of data usage, and strong obligations on organization handling personal data. So before we talk further, we must know that there are two kinds of data. Number one is personal data, and the other one is sensitive data. So, what is personal data? Personal data means when you are sharing your phone number, your email ID, or let's say your home address, your work address, and everything. This is your personal data. What is sensitive data? Sensitive data means when you are sharing your biometrics with anyone. Let's say if your voice recognition is your sensitive data. Your fingerprint is your sensitive data. Your biometrics or your face recognition is your sensitive data. So, by placing the center of data governance, there is one act that is Digital Data Privacy Protection Act, which is which came into the force in 2025, which basically strengthens the privacy and builds the trust of India's expanding digital ecosystem. So data privacy means how, and to exactly what extent the personal data of a consumer can be shared and communicated to others. Data protection, on the other hand, is legal safeguarding of data against any loss, damage, or corruption. As data is now collected and at an unprecedented rate, there is a serious issues of protecting the data collected from unauthorized sources. In Indian context, the privacy has been matter of debate in judicial courts also, with some addressing privacy as fundamental right and other not admitting it as a right under Article 21 of our Constitution. So, in the year 2017, the Government of India, through its Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, appointed a committee which was headed by Justice B.R. Krishna. He's a retired Chief Justice of retired Judge of Supreme Court. So his committee recommended a clear distinction between the sensitive personal data and critical personal data, and separate provisions for the collection and processing of different kinds of data. It was suggested that the term personal data is a kind of data that allows identification of an individual, whether directly or indirectly. Whether further, if we talk about that, the term personal data is also such. The law also suggested that not to have any retrospective effect and would not be enforced for the future, but only in a structured manner. So, one more special mention has been created, mentions has been done. It was made in regarded to data on children. So if any child is going to school, the school has the name of children, the age of children, all the important documents of the children, whether it's birth certificate or family record. So later in 2022, the bill was proposed regarding the recommendation proposal earlier in 2017, 18, and 19 regarding the data privacy as well as digital data protection. After much consultation, Digital Personal Data Protection Act came into force in 2023 as a part of rules and as a in a picture of rules. We cannot deny anymore that we live in a digital age where everything on our screen, from our data to our currency, from movies, songs to shopping, every domain has been digitized. Such a digitized world information proves to be significant in this age of digitalization when everything has been transported. So, the data privacy laws are aimed to ensure proper protection and security of the personal data and non personal information of citizens. These laws regulate how the information is collected and processed, the grounds of consent of individuals, penalties in case companies do not protect the data as required by the laws. So the sheer lack of understanding of data privacy in our nation also becomes another debatable topic. And people use the internet all the time, but they don't really understand the law behind it. They are unable to comprehend and consequences of their actions at the time. So these laws not only serve the purpose of data processing and collecting, but also the data ethics. Data ethics are basically the principles that ensures that the data collection and strong processing are all based on ethical standards, and there is a fair and transparent data processing, and the processing is non-arbitrary and non-discriminatory. So, lastly, I would like to conclude the topic. The data privacy and protection laws in India reflect the global landscape of emerging supremacy of data in the digitally advanced age. The implementation of the DPDP Act, which stands for the Personal Data Protection Act, is a step forward to protect the personal data, allow greater autonomy for data principals over their data, and establish accountability for the protection of authorities. So, with this, I would stop. Uh, I would like to welcome the questions, if any.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants are requested to discuss with our speaker. Actually, this webinar is minimum 30 minutes, not 12 minutes or not 10 minutes, but no problem. You are not joined so that this is happened. No problem. Participants can ask the questions because there was a scope for creating a PPT with pictures. What is the data? How it is collected? What is the digital prints? What are the laws related to that? What is privacy means? So all these points should be expected through the PPT, but only 12 minutes presentation because we have contacted you from so many days. So at that time, you should be prepared for that. No problem. I request
Yes, sir.
participants
So
to discuss
actually,
with the.
actually, I am out of station right now, and in a
No,
family
no, no,
emergency
no, no,
also.
no, no
So
problem. You may
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
informed me before 2 3 days. I will replace to some
Yes, sir.
speakers. Okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All participants are requested to unmute themselves and they can discuss with our speaker. Thank you. Participants are requested to fill the feedback link which is available in the chat box. Thank you, ma'am. No one is interested to discuss. You can leave now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.